do a separate video about that for the ladies. Hi British Vogue, I'm Carey Mulligan and this is my life in looks. Oh, this is so nice. I didn't realise it was going to be a real book. I thought it was just going to be like pictures stuck in. Anyway, this is so, my mum's going to love it. Do I get to keep this?
And actually, weirdly, in terms of hitting people, Carey Mulligan, you did damage to Ryan Gosling, didn't you?
Yeah, I've hit him.
Yeah, in a movie.
In a movie?
Yeah. I never liked him.
I got to hit him a lot. We had to. Well, it was a slap, so it wasn't a hit, but it was 17 takes.
This was in Drive. Were you really hitting him?
He wanted it.
Bad.
I don't want to lose my virginity to a piece of fruit. Is from An Education. I don't want to lose my virginity to a piece of fruit. Being nominated for An Education was insane. I remember the first time I saw it, I rang up my mum and I said, Mum, it's so boring and everyone's gonna hate it. And I said, my face doesn't do anything and I look so stupid. And I just found the whole thing sort of terrifying, and then this whole whirlwind happened. So when I was nominated, it was like, I guess it's 5 in the morning, it was really early. And I was in LA, I rang my mum, and she was lecturing at the time, she was a lecturer at university, and she was taking a class trip somewhere, and she had just bollocked her, can I say bollocked? She had just bollocked her class for using their phones, you know, so she'd just been like, put your phones away, whatever, and told them off. So I rang her, and it rang for ages, and she finally picked up, and she was like, hello? I said, Mum, I just got nominated for an Oscar. And she went, darling, I'm just going to call you back. And then hung up, and I was like, what the fuck? So then I just stood there and, you know, raged for a second, and then I found out why she had done that. But yeah, it was just wild. I don't think I even thought it was going to go into cinemas. It was just this sort of tiny indie film that we shot in like a month, and it was a completely wild experience.
Were you ever in any fan clubs? Did you ever?
No, I wasn't. No, I used to really like racing drivers when I was younger, but I never wrote to them. I did write to Eminem once.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you... You're Stan! Oh, my God! You're who Stan was based on! This is a huge exclusive.
Yeah.
No, go on, what did you
now.
write to Eminem?
I'd seen 8 Mile.
Yeah.
And I was just really blown away. And I was like 16 and I wrote to him and I was like, Mr. Eminem, I just want to thank you for your contribution. Or something like, it was really earnest. It was like, for the work that you've given the world, you know, that kind of thing.
Contribution to what?
To my life and the lives of all
the
of us. The
enrichment of all of us. Yeah. Did he write back?
No.
Well,
No.
it's coming. Don't do what Stan did in the song, because he does write back eventually. It just takes him a bit of time.
A friendship?
Yeah.
So do they know, like, Oprah? Are they friendly with Oprah?
I guess. I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I don't know. I just saw Oprah there.
Well, you did see Oprah, yeah.
Yeah, it was we was at a friend's house and we all got up at like 5 a.m. But we got to our friend's house and we were watching the TV and we saw Oprah going in. And then we were like, well, if Oprah's there, we can't be after Oprah. And
I see.
So we all hustled to the church and we got in, but then it was like a 2-hour wait for everyone to...
In the church?
Yeah.
Did they have an opening act or a comedian or anything like that?
No.
No?
No. So it was, you know, lovely and atmospheric and beautiful, but like kind of a long time. And there were cameras everywhere. And my husband was sitting there, we were all chatting with our friends, and my husband was like, give us a kiss, babe. And I was like, I'm not going to give you a kiss, there's cameras. And he was like, well, George Clooney is here, and Elton John is here, and the Beckhams, they're not filming us. And I was like, well, they might be. Like, there's loads of cameras, and it's on TV.
I'm glad you brought this up, because I do actually have a clip here, and tell us what we're going to be seeing here. Marcus Mumford, of course, your sweetheart, and that's the wedding. There's Elton John, some other guys, and we come to you and Marcus. No, not yet. There you are. And... So when something like that happens and the whole world is watching, do you know that you were on camera, that he was on?
We didn't. We were convinced there were so many like absurdly famous people that we were not going to be on camera at all. And then of course, it finishes and we're allowed to turn our phones back on and we have like 15,000 messages
Saying wake up?
Marcus, you yawned on TV.
Marcus could probably parlay that into a coffee endorsement of some kind.
Well, hang on, was this?
No.
Sorry. Oh, How's that?
No, I remember my first on-screen fight was with Emerald Fennell in an episode of Trial and Retribution.
We realised when we were making the film that Carey and I had actually been in both of our first jobs practically.
Practically, yeah.
Was a drama, TV drama, in which we played sort of friends.
Nasty friends who had a fight in a nightclub.
And so there's some footage of us somewhere.
Where Emerald's pushing me.
Yeah. With crimped hair.
Yeah.
If you please.
And Michael Fassbender is the detective who...
Was maybe a baddie?
I can't remember, but he's the person, because then I'm later killed, not by Emerald, and he was the detective who worked.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was it?
Spaghetti bolognese. It's really hard though. I mean, I actually have a really weird thing that I just have to say. That my father was a hotel manager, and the first hotel that he was a residential hotel manager. And when I was born, we lived in the Mayfair, and it was when you were there.
Oh, wow.
Working as the big
comic
chef.
Yeah, wow. Wow,
and
wow.
so you once made a club sandwich for my brother. So I just kind of felt like I had to share.
Well, that was my first ever job.
Was it?
Yeah, I got taken on as a second commie grade 2, and first position was in room service, getting my ass kicked.
Yeah, so making club sandwiches.
I used to take my frustration out on those club sandwiches.
You don't know what
Did Mr. Mulligan speak highly of Mr. Ramsay?
Mr. Mulligan spoke very highly of... Yeah, when I said I was doing this, he said, oh, you must tell him about the club sandwiches.
Well, in many ways, it was all downhill for Gordon after that. You know.
It's orchestrated, I guess. Except for with you, when you really... You'll make an entire face.
I was blacking out.
But I loved it. It was a blast. Can you guess what every woman's worst nightmare is? Is from Promising Young Woman.
Can you guess what every woman's worst nightmare is?
I do remember that it's very hard to say, I can't even do it now, woman's worst nightmare. At one point I said, can I call myself a girl instead? Because it's easier to say in an American accent, but woman's worst, anyway, I can't do it. But yeah, very difficult to say, very good line. When I found out I was nominated for Promising Young Woman, I was at home. I decided to watch. I wasn't going to, I just thought I'll just not think about it. I'll just go and mow the lawn or something. And then I decided that I was going to watch it. So my husband and he put it on his TV screen in the studio, away from the house, away from the children. But my name alphabetically is quite late in the alphabet, so it really looked dicey for a second there. And do you know what? He'd written out a bunch of little post-it notes and put them all over the screen of reasons to not be sad if I wasn't nominated. But anyway, we didn't need them in the end, but it was very lovely.
The thing that came to mind first, and this is really embarrassing for my writing self, is that I was like, I do like to craft. I've got a big drawer of yarn at home. I have a lot of anxious energy. I have to do something with my hands.
I was racking my brains thinking, I'm so one-noted. What do I even like apart from acting? I remember once trying to run this through with my husband, and I was like so envious of all the things he does, and surfing and football and, you know, all these things. And he went, you have hobbies? And I said, what do I have? And he went, fashion? I was like, what? I don't know, like home. I just like being at home.
We both like to read. People don't know that I'm incredibly competitive.
I was going to say that.
Like Scrabble.
Genuinely not.
About not important things.
No,
about
like games.
Yeah.
I always have to be the quiz master because if I am part of the quiz, if I was on a team, I would just be such a dick.
I know. I have the
not
same
fun
thing.
to play with. So
like
I
I'll
have
be
to
the bank in Monopoly because I can't.
Yeah. And at New Year's we always have a pub quiz for our friends, and I always have a megaphone because I also don't like when people get rowdy and don't listen to me. So I have a megaphone in the kitchen.
No one in my family will play Scrabble with me. Or bananagrams.
Carrot food, dog food. No, you. An actress.
Geez,
What?
Meat. No meat. Oh, plant-based food. Impossible meat. Beyond beer. Vegetarian. Yes! Yes! Good drawing. No.
Oh. Genius. Empath. Minx. Good minx.
Wow. Great words. Fine.
Average.
Average.
Mediocre.
Medium.
Mediocre.
I was going to say extraordinarily talented, and then I was like, oh, that's 2 words. I can't burn 2. Genius is better. Clever. And
14 years of friendship, though.
I know, I'm reaching there. No one has a bigger heart than Carey. I'm 3 weeks postpartum, okay? My vocabulary is gone.
For the last, I guess, 20 years. And I was completely blown away when I saw it because I thought it was just the coolest thing. I kind of feel like it wouldn't be complete without poor dear Pamela there. So I'm glad that we managed to get this done after she had already made her entrance. It does make me think maybe there's more work to be done on Pamela in some future spin-off. I'll call Emerald after this. And this is what I've started doing since Promising Young Woman, is I've always put a heart above my eye because everything should be heart-based. What do I say? Thank you for watching. I've been Carey Mulligan. And this has been My Life in Looks.
Is that not what we usually say?
That'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Right now, I have a newborn baby. I can't live without my LV breast pump, which this is not an ad.
Free one.
I'm trying to get a second free one. Without my nanny, who takes care of my child when me and my partner can't be there. Really super crucial. And honestly, without my mom.
Aww.
Yeah.
I was going to say my mum. I can't live without my mum, who is looking after my children whilst I'm here. Oh, I really can't sleep now without an eye mask, which I never thought I'd be that person.
I go to sleep with podcasts.
Oh, what podcast?
Normal gossip. It's about gossip about knitting circles and things like that, and it's wonderful.
I can't live without Zoe. I can't live without Carey. God. It's too loud.
Thank you so much for asking us anything.
Make sure you go and see She Said.
In theaters, preferably. Goodbye! We were given a heads up about what the questions were, and we did not look at them.
We didn't look at them because we wanted it to be genuine.